Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to the live. Mr. Richard here. Welcome to the Rich Get Richard. And let's talk money because I like talking about money. It brings me happiness, it brings me joy, and I like talking with like minded people. So, if you have a question about money or any type of thing that you've heard or things that you thought in the past about money and finances, you might was wrong, you might was right. I'll tell you what direction you need to go at, and we kind of can go from there. So, somebody just said they have a 400 credit score. You have a 400 credit score, bro. You have the combination of everything bad on your credit. You have collections. You have probably a repossession. You have late payments. You have, a ton of inquiries probably. You have everything going for you, and then the credit cards or whatever you had on there is probably either closed or charged off. So you need to either do a credit sweep, a credit reset, and or you need to start getting secure lines of credit. Nobody's going to give you a line of credit, man, with a 400 credit score. Nobody. Your mama won't loan you $20 with credit, 400 credit score. So you need to secure the loan, meaning that you need to put money down and you need to put money down and secure that line of credit. Use it once or twice, and then they'll increase it. You do that through 4 or 5 banks, your credit score will shoot up. And then you need to take care of those hard inquiries. You need to take care of those derogatory remarks. You need to take care of those late payments. You need to take care of those charge-offs. You need to take care of the repossession. You need to take care of the bankruptcy. You don't even have a bankruptcy. 300 credit score, you don't have a bankruptcy. Your credit is not even close to a bankruptcy. Bankruptcy, your credit is actually higher, which I don't even tell you. I don't recommend bankruptcy. Bankruptcies are actually for businesses. You have a chapter 7, chapter 11, and chapter 13. Chapter 11 is for business bankruptcy. Chapter 7 is for personal debt removal, and chapter 13 is for a payment plan. And if you're gonna do it, right? I'm not recommending you to do any type of bankruptcy, but if you're gonna do it chapter 7. If you're gonna do it, at least just drop the grenade in the tub and run, right? Don't be like, well, I kind of get paid. I kind of get, dude. You're locking yourself into a jacked up situation for life if you do the chapter 13. Don't ever do a chapter 13. In my opinion, I can't tell you what to do because I don't want y'all to kind of come sue me. But I'm just letting you know. It just financially doesn't make sense to do a chapter 13. Just say screw it, get rid of all the debt, and start over again. Only thing you probably should keep on there is your house. Everything else, shake it. 401k. Okay, here we go. To the gram. Let's answer some gram questions. There's a lot of y'all on here. Let's get through some of this stuff fast. Somebody said I missed the webinar. Yeah, so just click the link in the bio or just comment. Go to any video. If you're on Instagram, comment in the word learn, start, or boom on any video, and I'll resend the link. Okay, or just go to that link again and then re-sign up for the next one. For those who don't know, I host a free webinar talking about credit, funding, taxes, buying businesses, buying cash flow producing assets, buying franchises, buying real estate, buying your single family home, talking about investments, 401k, IRAs, TSP, index funds, mutual funds, stock bonds, all of that stuff. Okay. So somebody said, what should I do if I'm 18 years old? 18 years old? What should I do if I was 18 years old? Bro, you rich, you don't even know it, man. If you have a little patience, okay? If you have a little patience and a little willpower, you'll be rich. Because you have what a lot of people on this apps don't have. And that's time. You know, I don't have the time. Some people on here don't have the time. I'm in my 40s. What I'll give to be 18 years old knowing the knowledge I know. You can take $100 every paycheck. You can work a regular job. You can say, you know what, maybe the entrepreneur stuff ain't for me. I'm gonna get a regular job and make and work regular hours, do my thing, and just invest $100 into an ETF. You know, $100 every check. And that's it. I saw some random black dude on the internet who was dressed fresh as hell. He looked like he knew what he was talking about. So I listened to him. And you know, if you started off with zero and you're 18 now, let's say you go till 60, 18 to 20, that's 2 years. 30, 20 to 30, 40, 50, 60, 42 years. Okay? 42 years. I'm putting it in my calculator now. I wish you could see my screen. But some things in life, you just got to trust people on stuff, right? You put it into an average index fund. There's a few of them out there. I'm not going to suggest any ones. You want to start rolling with me? I can break it down for you, right? What's a good investment, what's not. Actually, the coaching call I have later on this afternoon talk about that. But let's say you put $100 a paycheck, which is $200 a month, right? Pennies. When you are 60 years old, you will have $4.7 million. An 18-year-old who invests $200 a month or $100 a paycheck when they're 60 years old with compound interest in a index fund that tracks the S&P 500 or the S&P 250 or the S&P 100 or the S&P 25 or the S&P 10 will generate anywhere from 12 to 18%. And I averaged it at 13.5, which is doable over the lifetime of that fund. We'll have $4.7 million. And what's crazy is just in interest, you're bringing in $600,000 a month. Oh, sorry, $600,000 a year, which is about $50,000 a month. You telling me at 60 years old, you can't live off $50,000 a month? Now, that's the patient play. Now, we can get to some other gangster stuff that will get you into some better stuff. We'll get you to some gangster stuff that will get you into the funds that will make you money now, if that's what you want. But that's your default. I call those default investments. Every human being should be in default. Well, what if I'm 40? I don't give a shit if you're 90. Default. Do you understand the term default? Yes. What does default mean? That means that everybody does it. It's automatically happening. Right? You reset your phone to default settings. It doesn't say, have you had your phone for a week? Have you had your phone for a year? Have you had your phone for 2 years? No. It resets it back to the standard. This is your standard, people. We all should be investing in a default ETF. And I don't give a damn if you got a 401k. I don't give a damn if you got a damn TSP. I don't give a damn if you got an IRA. Default, default, default. Okay? Someone says, I have a great credit score, no debt. I saved up $10,000. Saving? Bro, you should be investing. Compound interest on a savings account is 0.05%. For every $10,000 you got in there, you make $1. $1. Trash. We don't need that, Playboy. You need to set up your default account first. Then, if you got good credit, I will work on my business structure. LLC, S Corp, sole proprietorship, S Corp. Go raise capital from the bank. Because think about it like this. Who in here, by show of hands or by show of an emoji, has more money than the bank? Put the emoji in the chat. Or I'll flip it. Who in here has less money than the bank? Put an emoji in the chat. I want to see who's in here anyway, right? If you have less money than the bank, put an emoji in the chat. Okay? Meaning, the bank has infinite money, in theory. Why use yours? Why use yours? You telling me there's a financial institution. I won't even say financial institution. I'm not even trying to get bougie on you. You telling me there's a building somewhere in my vicinity, I wouldn't even get bougie on you again. I'm gonna talk to y'all like y'all 3-year-olds. I'm talking to y'all like 5-year-olds. There's a place within driving distance of you that will give you infinite amount of money if you know how to ask and how to present yourself. Infinite. Think about that. There's a place in your city, your town, your county, your country, your state. If you go in there and you say the right things and have the right criteria, they will literally give you infinite amount of money. Now, where the game comes in is, what's the criteria? But what's crazy about the criteria is the criteria is in black and white. And this is where people get it confused. People think they're smarter than the system. Oh, I figured it out. I know what the no. I figured it out. I figured it out. I understand the system. I know all of this. You notice the people who always say they know everything are the brokest or the dumbest people? The people who say they know everything are either the dumbest or the brokest. The smartest people, the people who tell you they know everything, or the people that come off like they're bragging and they know everything, are either brokest or they dumb as hell. Why is that? Because people like that, you can't tell them what to do. But the system tells you what to do. Hey, you need a credit score of this. Actually, I just had it written down. I'll even put you on game. I literally sent this to a person a little while ago. I'll even tell you the requirements via 5 financial institutions. Like I said, sorry, I'm talking to the 3rd graders. 5 banks literally will say this on their websites. 1, you need a 680 credit score. So, hey man, I figured it out. I can do this and do that. No. Don't say I. Is your credit score over 680? Well, sometimes it is, but sometimes no. Black and white. Is it over 680? Well, depends on where I pull. No. I don't give a shit where you think you pull it from. If you go to your credit on any site and it don't say 680, then it ain't a 680. I mean, it ain't rocket science. Like, people think they're smarter than the system. You are not. Don't overthink this stuff. If it's not a 680, what do you need to do to get it to a 680? That's what you should be asking. Yo, man, I'm going to go to the bank and ask for money. Do you have a 680? Well, sometimes when nope. Do you have a 680? Yes or no? Black and white. 680. Is it higher or is it lower? You know, just like when girls put on their profile, I want to date a guy who's 6 foot. Okay. Well, I'm 5'9", I'm 5'10" and a half or something. No, motherfucker. You speak English? 6 foot. I don't want you when you're just waking up and you stretched for an hour in high heels. No, right? 2 years of late payments. No late payments for 2 years. Well, that was about a year and a half ago, and it was in my baby mama name. And no. Black and white. Have you had a late payment in 2 years? Yes. Cool. Let's get that removed. What is your oldest personal credit card? You know, those are things that are going to make your profile stronger. Credit score and credit profile are 2 different things, people. Credit profile and credit score is 2 different things. You can have a strong credit profile and a weak ass score. You can have a weak ass score. You can have a high ass score and a weak ass credit profile. It's like this. You ever dated somebody and they was fine as hell? And then when you talk to them for more than 3 minutes, you're like, dude, this guy's an idiot. Oh, this girl's an idiot. They ain't got no substance. That's what the credit profile and the credit score is. The credit score is a 10. Oh, I got an 850 credit score. Cool. What's on your credit? Oh, I got a gas card with a $20 limit. Well, fuck. You can't even prove to pay a $20 bill. The hell I'm gonna give you $100,000 for? And it's the same, and it's flipped the other way. You ever met somebody who was like a 7, 6, 7, 8, and they cool as hell, got a gangster personality? Those are people you roll with. Because I can't do nothing with a dumb dime. And I've met a lot. I've met a lot. How many hard inquiries you got on your credit? Right? But hard inquiries fall off after 2 years. Hell, after 1 year, they don't even count no more. You know? So how many hard inquiries you got on your credit? If you don't have any, shit, get them removed. You can call the bureaus and get a lot of them removed in 24 hours. What's your total credit card debt utilization? If I have $100,000 worth of credit and I have $50,000 worth of debt on those credit cards, I'm at 50%. If you can't pay $100,000 back, what the hell are you gonna give $1 million for? You can't pay $10,000 back, what are they gonna give you $100,000 for? You can't pay $500 back, what the hell are they gonna give you $10,000? So, understanding that, those are some of the metrics those banks or those financial institutions are going to look for. And it's black and white. It's the cheat code, people. It's on their websites. Banks make money from lending money. Okay? Banks make money from lending money. You think when you deposit your little $800 check every 2 weeks, you think that's really putting a dent in their little financial systems? No. The majority of banks' money come from 2 places. Anybody want to give me a guess? Banks' money come from 2 main places. The majority of banks' money come from 2 places. Throw it out there. What you thinking? Someone said the Fed. Oh wow, let me help you out there. Wrong. Treasury bonds. Oh, let me help you with that one too. Wrong. Someone says fees. Someone says interest. Wrong. Well, I'll give you a little. Loans is kind of like a broad picture, right? But it does come from loans, but it comes from fees and lending, but majority so they got like 5 products. You ready? They have credit cards, housing, cars, and personal loans. Out of those 4, which one you think makes the most money for the bank? Okay, that makes sense. So yes, they make money off fees, the ATM fees, freaking late payment fees, over transaction fees, overdraft fees. They're killing y'all on that stuff. Next is loans. Which loan service do you think the bank makes the most money on? Credit cards, cars, houses, personal loans. Someone says cars. Wrong. They make money off all of them. Someone said all of them. They make money off all of them. But the majority of their money comes from credit cards. Credit cards. They did an interview with the CEO of Chase. Okay? The CEO of Chase said that without credit cards, that Chase one of the biggest financial institutions, biggest banks in the world would damn near collapse without credit card interest and fees. They bring in $200 billion in fees and interest. $200 billion in fees a year. Just off y'all damn credit cards that y'all don't pay on time, that y'all living way below y'all mean, that y'all living above y'all means, and y'all can't wait a year, 2 years to take a vacation. You got to take it now because your spouse or yourself can convince yourself that you deserve a vacation because you worked hard and you went to school. You did everything that society told you to do, and now you feel like you deserve more in life. That's what's crazy. Society can lie to you, man. Society has failed you. Your friends failed you. Your parents failed you. Your school failed you. Your guidance counselors failed you. Your college professors failed you. Your spouse failed you. Your boss failed you. All of these people have failed you in life. And I hate to tell you that, my guys. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. You have been lied to your whole life to make you a product of a system. Teachers say go to school. Guidance counselors tell you go to school. Professors say go to school. Go to more school. Your job says you need more education to get a bigger job. And all of a sudden you 35 years old with $300,000 worth of student loans, a baby mama, a wife, 3 kids, a mortgage, 2 car payments, living off credit cards, making $60,000 a year at a job you fucking hate. That's the game. You know what's crazy is, I was talking about this earlier. Why do people who are broke listen to people who are broke for financial advice? It's crazy. It's crazy how we're conditioned to listen to our peers because there's no one out there who's doing things right. But, you know, it is what it is. Someone said, how do you contact me? Link in the bio, my guy, or send me a DM. Depends on what platform you're on. YouTube, I'm streaming all over. YouTubers, go to my Instagram. And I will never contact you and say, you want to buy some crypto. There's only like 2 cryptos that I even believe in, and I'll never tell you to go buy them. I rarely even talk about it because I don't want someone to take one of my videos and snip it and send it to you and saying it's me. So if you get a message from me saying that buy some crypto, it ain't me. Just go to the link in the bio, or if you're on Instagram, comment the word start or boom or learn on any video. If you on TikTok, go and just go to the link in the bio, sign up for the free webinar training. It's called Be Your Own Boss. I don't spam you or send you random messages all the damn time saying get in the community. No, I don't do that, right? I send you a message an hour before we start. You come. If you don't, you don't care. You know, I just provide the service. If people want to hang out, we can hang out. If you don't, no sweat off my back. It's all good. So someone says, I need help. Or you can just talk trash. I'm not talking trash. A lot of the games in this stuff is mindset. And until you have a great understanding of the game, then you can never escape it. First, you got to understand that it is a game. You have to look at it like that. You have to look at it as you got to take chance in the game. If you played a video game and you sat at the beginning of the first board and didn't move and didn't do anything, you never accomplish anything in the game. But if you start moving and progressing through the game, there's a chance that you might take damage, or there might be a chance that something could happen to your character. But you got to progress through the game to get through that stuff. And you have to learn things through the game. And sometimes some levels aren't even revealed to you because you're not even ready for that level yet. There are some video games that won't even allow you to progress to certain parts of the game because you don't even understand how to even work that game, that level yet. And if I sat here and explained how, if I sit here and explain to people how like complex some banking stuff is, you'd be like, bro, what are you talking about? It's like putting somebody who never played a video game on the hardest level. It's like that. But ask away. Ask away. Anybody on here, you have a question? Ask away. It's a big kids game. Yeah, no crap. It is a big kids game. You're not equipped yet. Yeah. If you playing Grand Theft Auto and the game requires you to have a motorcycle, but you don't even know how to dang walk yet, you on the wrong board, brother. But ask the questions, right? That's why we're here. You have a question, I'll get to you. Someone said, do I mentor? Yeah, click the link in the bio, join the free class. If you want to move forward, we can go from there. Someone said, how do I turn 10K to 100K? I'll do you one better. How do you turn 0K to 100K? How do you turn 0K to $1 million? You could do actually 10K, you could do it a couple ways. One, 10K, you can buy a $100,000 business with 10% down. That's how you turn 100K to 10K to 100K. Or, just like I was explaining earlier, I don't know how long you've been here, but I was explaining how you take, how do you go out and get money from the banks? If I told you there was a blueprint on how to go and get money from the banks, and all you have to do is do it, and then you get access to hundreds of thousands of dollars, why don't people do it? I'm broke and don't know anything. Well, you do know something. You here, right? You're going to learn something. First of all, broke is a mindset. Your mindset is broken, my guy. Don't ever talk to... I am a serious entrepreneur. I am the real deal. Right? I do not like people talking negative to me, nor do I like people talking negative to them about themselves. Broke is a mindset, my guy. Okay? First of all. Second of all, if you above ground and you have the ability to go out here and get money and get access to money and get credit and get funding and get work on and invest and buy real estate and buy businesses and work on your taxes and all that other kind of stuff. If you could do that, you can learn the process. That's all you got to do. And then also, I'll even for the person that said they're broke, you're not broke. You just spend the majority of your time not making money. If I woke up tomorrow and I had $0, if I had a pickup truck, a cell phone, and $200 in my bank account, take away the house, take away the cars, take away the clothes, just give me the clothes on my back and maybe a jacket because I want to be comfortable. A pillow and a blanket and a pickup truck. I'll be right back on top within a year. I'll be a millionaire in 6 months. Easily. And it's not about being broke or poor. For the guy who said he's broke, there's a TV show called Undercover Millionaire or Undercover Billionaire. The first season had one guy. The second season had 3 guys. So they took the best entrepreneurs in the world, threw them in the middle of nowhere with a car and $100. And they had 90 days to make $1 million. And all of them did it. All 4 of them did it. If they did me, I'll probably do it in 2.5 months. Boom. Because it's not about the money. Money is just a tool. Credit is just a tool. A house is just a tool. Credit is just a tool. Either you have the tool or you don't have the tool. And if you don't have the tool, go get the tool. A car is a tool. It's just used for get you back and forth to work. If you see it anything other than that, you're looking at it wrong. A house is just a place you live in, or you rent it out to people for them to live in it. You look at it from anything else than that, you're wrong. Your credit is used for one thing, to borrow money, to make money off of it. If you look at it anything else, you're doing it wrong. Investments to make you money in the future, not for a rainy day. Oh man, I'm gonna put this money up for a rainy day. I'm gonna put $200 in this account every month, and then 6 months from now, when I get a flat tire, I'm gonna take the money out. No, you're doing it wrong. We don't do that. But sometimes you gotta school people and educate people on how to do some of this stuff, man. Because y'all looking at the game wrong, my guys. Man, TikTok, y'all are bumping. Let me get to some of these questions. Someone said, I'm gonna pin his comment because you was one of the first ones to ask the question. Oh man, I can't even find the dang question now. But while I'm looking for this, someone said, I have $100,000 cash. I want to buy my first Dunkin' Donuts. I'm gonna tell you something. There are certain business and certain industries that aren't as sweet as they are projected to be. Okay, so I'll even use the example or analogy of dating, because it's easier for people to comprehend this. For those who have dated, have you ever dated somebody like really, really attractive? You ever dated somebody that was like super good looking? And you'll be like, hey, let's go out to eat. And then that person, takes like an hour to get ready. That person takes, an hour, 15 minutes to get ready. And then whenever y'all go shopping for clothes and stuff like that, y'all are buying the most expensive clothes. They want name brand, they want designer stuff. And then they wear a lot of makeup. They really don't have a lot of natural beauty. When they go out to eat, they want to go to, the best steakhouses, the best, nicest restaurants. But when you talk to them for more than 10 minutes, they have no substance. All they want to do is take selfies and take pictures of their food. There's no substance there. That, to me, is a Dunkin' Donuts. It's cool to tell people you got a Dunkin' Donuts, but once you really start looking at the maintenance of a Dunkin' Donuts, it's trash. It's like the good-looking person that takes forever, that's indecisive, that can't hold a conversation past Instagram selfies, that's super high maintenance, but on paper they look good, but in actuality they're not. I can name 5 other businesses that I would love to have over at Dunkin' Donuts, and I'll give you a couple right now. Say something like a plumbing company. Now you tell people, oh man, I own a plumbing company. Oh man, that's just whack. Of course it's whack. But yeah, I'm making money hand over fist. Because think about it like this. I can walk down the street and ask people yes or no. Do you like Dunkin' Donuts? And half will say yes, half will say no. Now, walk down the street and ask how many people took a crap in the last 3 days. If you took a crap in the last 3 days, put a 1 in the chat. I mean, stop me when I'm lying. I mean, people don't have to have Dunkin' Donuts. People have to take poops. People have to take baths. People have to have running water. Let's get to shit that people need. People don't need a Dunkin' Donuts. And then people who selling these Dunkin' Donuts, man, my stuff, I got the best business in the world. Everybody wants this, so I could charge a premium. And those plumbing companies, people like, man, no one don't want to run no damn plumbing company. I can sell these at a discount. I'm gonna sell this at a discount. You have $100,000, $1 million Dunkin' Donuts, don't even break $100,000. You'll have a $200,000 plumbing company that makes $400,000 a year. Because people don't know what they're looking for. And that's my objective, is to teach you. But let me get to this question again. Someone says $50 in a pickup truck in 6 months. How do I do it? How would I do it? I want a few laundromats. Laundromats the same thing, brother or sister. Laundromats, Dunkin' Donuts, car washes. What else? There's I'm trying to think. There's like the universal. When people think of businesses, they think of these, and I don't know why. I know why. People on social media keep feeding this pipe dream to people, but there's there's thousands of better businesses than laundromats. There's thousands of better businesses than Dunkin' Donuts. There's thousands of businesses that are better than car washes. But that's just what people feed people, right? That's just what they see. You only talk about what you see. If I'm a young guy in the hood and all I see is Hellcats and I see drug dealers running around with all the money, I think that's how I'm gonna get out of here, right? If I'm in middle class America and all I see is all my friends and family members going to college, then that's what I'm gonna do. But if I'm in the rich people neighborhood and everybody in the rich people neighborhood, everybody owns a business or own real estate, then that's what I'm gonna do. You are a product of your environment. You are a product of the things that you are around. You see laundromats, you think that laundromats are successful. But a lot of times, more times than not, they suck. I evaluate hundreds of businesses a week, and I rarely come across a good laundromat. Hell, I rarely come across a good Dunkin' Donuts. Every once in a while, I find one. Car washes are hit or miss, but then there's a whole dynamic to car washes that I'm not going to get into. So, good afternoon. Upon doing some research, I just wanted your thoughts on that. It seems that the SCA kind of frowns upon absentee businesses. You talking about the SBA? Oh, SBA frowns upon absentee business. Okay. Don't absentee it. I'm going to tell you something. Great analogy. I like that question. I'm going to pin it. Let's talk about it. Somebody said that the SBA, Small Business Administration, hates absentee businesses. Okay? I put it like this. If you bought a car, when you buy a car, the banks don't want you to do ride shares. They don't like ride shares. They don't like Ubers. They don't like Lyfts. Insurance companies don't like that either. So when you buy a car and you wanted to use it for Uber, Lyft, all that kind of stuff like that, if they ask you if you're going to use it for Uber or Lyft, what do you tell them? Yes, of course I'm going to use it for Lyft. What else would I be using it for? Well, sir, we frown upon that. Well, I don't care. You going to give me the loan or not? No, we're not going to give it to you. Cool. I will leave, come back again. Yeah, how you doing? I want to buy this car. Are you going to be using it for Uber or Lyft? No. Okay, cool. Once you buy a car or you buy a house or you buy a business or you buy anything, once you have it, they don't care. All they care about is that you pay the bill on time. Now, if you default, then they're going to come down on you. But what's the play? Don't default. right? I don't know what that means, right? I see what you're saying, but if the SBA loans me money, or a bank loans me money, or my auntie loans me money, or a private lender or a private investor, whoever loans me money, and they say, well, I want you to be in here every day. I want you to come here 10 hours a day. Hey, on the first of the month, did you get your check? Yep. Okay, then shut the hell up. Why are you talking to me? Right? And they're going to see it like that too. They're not going to care. They're not going to care if you they're not going to care if you send them their money every month. And I've even had that with people. I've had people that was rolling with me in my community, and they'll say, "Hey, I went to the bank and I was trying to get a loan for this, and they asked me, oh, how long do I plan to be there?" And I told them I don't want to be there. And they said, well, they literally said this, well, we only lend money to businesses that are going to attend to plan to be there. And he looked at him and said, do you plan on being there? Like, he looked at him and said, like, do you plan on being there? We only loan money to businesses who plan on being there. Do you plan on being there? And he looked at him like, don't say nothing stupid. I can get you approved. And he looked at him. I looked at him, and he looked at me, and I looked back at him. And I said, of course I'm going to be there every day, checking in on all my employees and making sure everything is uppity and skippity. And he said, okay, cool. Here you go. Approved. So if you put your foot in your mouth and say something dumb, yeah, maybe. But don't say nothing. Don't tell them you're not going to be absentee, right? I will book a consultation. Brother, you don't need no consultation. Don't book no consultation. So said, I'm going to book a consultation. We went to multiple websites and we didn't see when are you available? Brother, I have a free webinar that talks about buying businesses, buying franchises, buying cash flow producing assets, buying real estate, buying, getting into investments, 401k, IRA, TSP, stock, bonds, mutual funds, crypto. We talk about taxes. We talk about credit. We talk about business structure, S corp, sole proprietorship, C corps, LLCs, limited liability companies, all of that, SBA loans, everything. We break it down, right? One-stop shop. If you're interested, depending on where you are, you probably just go to the link in the bio and sign up for the free webinar. If you're on YouTube, you got to go to Instagram or Facebook. But my Facebook, I got so many spam accounts. I always try to verify myself, or probably one with multiple followers. I think TikTok, I got about almost 500,000 followers. Instagram, over 200,000 followers. So, and it's verified too. So, or just go to any one of those videos and make sure you're following, and then comment the word learn or something like that, and then you get access to the free training. Come to the free training, and then we talk about that different type of stuff. I can help you along your journey. Hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. There's no such thing as the best business that makes money. There are some industries that I prefer over the others, but like I said, I'm not the person to tell people what to buy and what not to buy. I am the king of telling you where to look, how to evaluate, and how to purchase. Because I don't want my personal bias to dictate anybody else's journey, you know? But there are industries that I prefer more than others. But you think about it like this. Somebody said, what's the best industry to go into? I'll break it down like this. Let's do the exact opposite. What is the worst industry you feel it would be to own a business in? All right. What industry do you think would be horrible to invest in? There's like industry that I would never get into. Someone says modeling. Someone says food. Uh, someone says crime scene cleanup. Someone says crypto mining. Someone says none. I like the none answer, my guy. I like the none answer because for every industry you think sucks, there's somebody making millions of dollars in it. Oh man, I'll never own a restaurant. Okay, cool. Get in your car and drive down your major road. How many restaurants do you see? Oh man, I'll never own a gas station. Cool. Go down your major road, your major highway, or your main town road, and see how many gas stations there are. You know. Someone says an Avon sales lady. Well, shit. I've seen pink Cadillacs before. Somebody making money in it. Word. Somebody's making money at it. The only thing is that you have to know how to do it. Someone says crime scene investigation. There is a woman in my city who brings in $15 million in crime scene cleanup. She is the main crime scene investigator for 3 counties. Crime scene cleanup. Crime scene cleanup can be, fights, stabs, break-ins, anything. Someone drives out, someone drinking and driving hit your house. You'd be surprised, because the cops don't clean that stuff up. They just tow the car away and then you're done. She brings in $15 million a year. She said, I don't even have enough people to do all the work. I have to turn business away. So that goes to the person that says, hey, I wouldn't do crime scene cleanup. Somebody near you, someone in your town is making millions of dollars off of it. Someone says, people say, stay away from restaurant. Someone says, stay away from restaurant people. That's coming from a person who doesn't own a restaurant. But when you drive down the street, you see multiple restaurants. Think about it. Or you always see that one restaurant. Like, I give you the best analogy of a restaurant. You ever went to a restaurant, probably ran by like a foreign person, not to be racist or anything, probably an Asian, maybe a Jamaican, maybe an Indian, maybe a Middle Eastern or something. And it probably smells weird. It's dirty as hell. They never update their menus. They got rude customer service. They got 1.5 stars, but that shit's been open for 20 damn years. So either restaurants don't work or they figured it out. So somebody lying, right? Now, if I ask them, they'll tell me, yeah, the shit works. If I ask people on the internet, they'll say, of course, I read that restaurants are bad businesses. No, maybe you just don't know what you're talking about. Maybe you don't know how to run a business, right? Someone says funeral homes. I know a lot of people. I know people that own funeral homes, and they're killing. There's really no such thing as a bad business. There's really just bad business owners. I've known people that closed. I've seen closed laundromats. I've seen closed Dunkin' Donuts. So either they're just bad at business owning, or those industries, nothing's recession proof. But I tell you what's gonna happen. You gotta go for it though. You gotta go for it though. Literally killing it. Everybody gotta die. Everybody gotta use the bathroom too. So plumbing. Getting the plumbing. Easy money. Everybody need AC, right? Who in here doesn't use their AC in their car? Hell, who in here walks to work? Oh man, I'll never own a car dealership. Cool. Who in here don't own a car? I'll wait. Oh man, I'll never own a mechanic shop. Cool. How many times you fix your car? I'll wait. When the last time you changed your tires out? Just checking. Man, I'll never own a restaurant. Shit, when the last time you ate out? How many times this week? How many times this week did you eat out? 2, 3? Stop me when I'm lying. I'll never own a retail store. When the last time you went shopping? When the last time you went clothes shopping? Hey, guess not. Someone said, hey, I would love to have you on a podcast, I guess as a podcast. Cool, invite me. I'm open-minded. I'm not bigger than anybody, nor am I, like a lot of podcasters. One thing about that is a lot of times they'll think they're too big to deal with people. Hey, I'm the people's champion, man. I don't give a damn you got 100 followers or 10 million. If I look at you in your eyes, I shake your hand, you treat me with respect, I treat you with respect, we can roll. You disrespectful, fuck off. I don't give a fuck how much money you got. You can be a homeless person or a trillionaire. I don't give a damn. Right? I'm old fashioned, bro. Old Testament. So I have a good credit score, and there's a business that I want to sell, but I have little money. How is it possible to make that deal work? After this, I'm getting off. Getting a loan, not the LLC, So what you got to do is you got to raise capital, my brother. And I don't know how much stocks or bonds or investments you have. One, you can take a loan against your 401k if you got that, right? You can do a self-directed C fund and use that money if you want to do that. You go to financial institutions and raise money from them. Right here is my book of many colors. Millions of dollars of capital raised. So when people say, you can't raise no money, millions, 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 millions. You probably didn't even know they had books for credit cards. Millions, millions, millions. I have to check my books. Damn scammers nowadays, man. Millions, millions, millions. Not including the ones in my wallet and not including the ones that I didn't even take out the pack. I got some right here too. See? Got to shake it because people be trying to hustle me, right? This 30,000 right here. 30,000. Here's another one for 8,000. I just got this one just recently. 8,000. And here's another one for 25,000. Wow. 25,000. Here's another one I just got. 25,000. It is what it is. But yeah, use other people's money. I'm down with OPM. Yeah, you know me. I'm down with OPM. Yeah, you know me. I'm down with OPM. Yeah, you know me. But I really appreciate y'all being here. I really appreciate y'all hanging out. Any preguntas, questions? Click the link in the bio. Join the free class. I got a free class coming up. Sign up. Come and learn. I do cash giveaways at the end. Just stay to the end. Show up and stay to the end. And we can go from there. Is it possible to take deals overdue operation? Yeah, I did that with I helped two sisters do that. There's ways to do it, brother. You just gotta get on it. But I really appreciate y'all being here. Thank you for hanging out. Someone says I'm ready. All right, brother, I'm waiting on you. Come on, let's go. Link in the bio, join the free class. Be there or be square. Or be there or be square. I don't know. Internet coin stuff. But thank you for hanging out. Thank you for chilling. And see you in class. If you want to learn more. If not, oh well, have fun at work. Because that's just for the birds, man. Gotta get with the program. Later, dudes.